Welcome to the desert of the real.
Now, the question always is, can a black person be a racist? I hear a lot of white people and black people say, oh, don't be a racist. When you might make some points about things historically, you're being a racist. Can black people, in your opinion, Holip, be a racist under this definition?
Hell no. And I will argue and I will fight with anybody who says that we can. Because our problem as a people is not our so-called supposed mystical, magical racism that we have. Our problem as a people is not that. Our problem is we don't know how to discriminate. Black folks' problem is we're too damn universal. We're on the ground with the foot of the white supremacist system on our neck. And we're still having a conversation about, well, how can we exist in the same plane with the white man? It's like, how can we still, do our thing, but let them live? We're still having that. If this was any group of people, if you think I'm wrong, just take a look at our Oscar award-winning film, Inglourious Basterds, which is just basically a Jewish fantasy snuff film. Where they're just killing Nazis and abusing Nazis, and that's okay. Nobody even bats an eye at it. Anybody else who puts heat on the people that's against them, no one looks at them and calls them racist. No one looks at them and says that they're hateful. But when black folks do anything, if black folks even raise their voice at white people, the first thing they're being accused of is being racist. So hell no, no.
And that's interesting that you should say that. And I defy anyone to come with the counter with that, because think about it. We know historically that there have been slave revolts. Quiet as is kept, we obtained our freedom not just by singing songs and marching on the picket line, but a lot of white folks got killed, and they were under the threat of being killed. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of insurgencies. There was a lot of uprisings, as they call it. And notice, when we, as black people, rebel against their, whether it be slavery or injustice, it's called an uprising. They didn't call the American Revolution an uprising. They don't use that language, an uprising, an insurrection. And on top of that, when are we going to see the Haitian Revolution, the movie? Any of you film directors out there would like to get a crack at that? How about the Nat Turner story? Let's see that on the big screen in all of its gore, in all of its reality. Let's see that.
Yeah, I wonder if a film about slaves beating up white slave masters and their families with baseball bats would make it to the Oscars.
Right.
I'm wondering if that would ever happen.
And, of course, the answer is no. And that's a part of the entertainment aspect of racism. The white people, those that classify themselves as white, they will not allow a people of color, black or whoever, show us that we can have any type of visualization of us kicking their, I hate to say it in just layman's terms, us kicking their ass. We won't see any of those revolutionary films unless somebody is really, really daring to get out there. And they're damn sure if they do it, they will not be at the Oscars, I can tell you that.
Well, I can give you another example, too, on a music level. When black folks are saying nigga, 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 bitch, 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 kill, 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 all in the community, everybody's fine. The system is fine with that. They just let them alone and say, well, that's just niggas killing niggas. The moment NWA made Fuck the Police, were you talking about killing cops? Or Ice-T makes a record called Cop Killer, then now all of a sudden this is a problem. Now the spotlight has to be put on rap because now we're talking about killing authority. We thought about killing the white man. So it's the hypocrisy. It's just blatant hypocrisy.
I mean, do you see that? Do the people I know a lot of my guests out there, do you see what we're talking about? This is the racism. This is the power of racism, not prejudice. I'll say this. A black person could be prejudiced.
Yes.
Yes, a black person can be prejudiced towards something or someone, but they cannot be a racist. Because to be a racist means that you have the power to enforce your race or your racial ideology onto someone.
Right. Which is why, and I have to say this just to back up the first point, racism is not an event. Racism is a system. So when I hear people saying, oh, have you ever experienced racism? You know, it's like asking a fish, have you ever experienced water? So let's get that straight. Racism is not an event. Racism is a system.
It is a system.
You don't just go out one day and then you in the supermarket and then you experience racism. You experienced racism before you even walked into the supermarket. When you got up and woke up in the morning, you were experiencing racism.
And I want that to be clear because what we're going to do is we're going to pick each group. We're going to pick each topic of the 9 areas of activity that our elder Neely Fuller analyzed and broke down. He suggested that each and every one of us get a pad and pencil and try to solve the racism or the race issue yourself. And that's what I was trying to do, and that's what I'm still continuing to do. And we already talked about it. The way to solve and deal with white supremacy is black power.
Right.
That's the way you deal with it. You're not going to deal with it just and just saying the word. We need justice. We need justice. But justice is a subjective term. Who determines justice? You know what I'm saying?
And to me, that's the perfect example of what I'm talking about. No disrespect to anybody, but this is just the way that I see things. When you say justice, that's very vague and ambiguous to me. And it also doesn't seem like it's putting you at the center of that reality. It's like justice in a universal sense. Why are we so concerned about the whole goddamn universe and not concerned about our own black asses? That's the thing that I don't get. How about countering white supremacy with black power?
Right.
Black empowerment. I can get down with that. That sounds like something that's functional to me and something that's putting us as the center of our reality. Justice means that I want justice because, first of all, I feel that black folks in general is going to be just toward everybody anyway.
Right.
We're not separatists and racist in our mentality. We basically deal with people on an individual level. You got black nationalists that will be cool with a white person as long as that white person is respectful and cool to them. Mm. We're not going around burning ankhs on white people's lawns.
Right.
So
that's a good point.
It's offensive to me when people start to equate black nationalism with the Ku Klux Klan. That means that you're ignorant. You have absolutely no understanding of what nationalism is, and you have no understanding of what separatism is, what the difference is between nationalism and separatism. Because if you did, you would not be preaching to black folks about what they should do with their anger.
Right.